So it all kicks off this weekend over in Spain. That's right, as the 2025-2026 La Liga campaign gets up and running. And of course, we have a new coach at the helm of Real Madrid. Can they challenge for the top of the title? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we take a look at, of course, the start of La Liga. It is back, that's right. Spain's top flight, it is back. And we've got a better than ever title race on our hands. What am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you in a second. If you're new, where you've been, smash your subscribe. You want subscribe for La Liga, Blackburn Rovers, whoa, football. We're going to all here under one Ruski. That's right. Of course, it all kicks off this campaign with Barcelona hoping to make it back-to-back titles. But Real Madrid, Atlético Madrid, and the rest of the pack will hope to compete and at least drag this to the bitter end. We're going to get into all of it in a second. Big shout out to the members, big shout out to the Patreons. You know who you are. But let's jump in the deep and have a look at La Liga as it is back for the first time in the brand new squeaky clean season. But who are the 20 clubs that make up this year's campaign? Well, I'll tell you, they are looking like this. We'll start with, of course, the roundabout alphabetical order. Bilbao, we've got Atlético Madrid, we have got Osasuna, Deportivo Alavés, Elche are here, Espanyol, Barcelona, Getafe, Girona, Levante, Vallecano, Celta Vigo, Mallorca are here, Real Betis, we have Real Madrid, we have Real Oviedo, we've got Sociedad, Sevilla, Valencia, and Villarreal right here, right now. So those are the 20 clubs that make up the division. But of course, who will be kicking it off with a win? Well, we'll tell you in just 1 second because I want to showcase you our prediction league. It's brand new, squeaky clean. And of course, a link to it is on the screen. It's not the best possible link. But of course, if you were there last time, a link should have gone out to your email. So just get yourself registered. It is a bit of fun, no prizes. Just all about see who can predict me, the prediction king. So I'll show you what it looks like if you've never done a Super Brew like this or Super Brew like anything before. I'll show you. It looks a little bit like this. You'd go in there and then you put in your score lines, bish, bash, bosh, and then you press at the end continue, and then you of course will have your predictions in, and of course we'll have to wait to see who comes up top of the table next week, of course, because we're going to do it week in, week out, including myself. So we'll see just how well I do compared to you. So there's the link one more time. But let's get into the games because they're right around the corner with a brand new season. Here we go. New look prediction league. So here we go. That's right, with a brand new look to the prediction league or the prediction show right here, right now. Here are the 10 matches that kick it all off this coming week over in Spain. And we're going to jump in the deep end with, of course, Friday night's trip to Girona. That's right, taking on Vallecano, coming at you over at the Estadio Monteverde. Girona with Michel still at the helm. Of course, had a great season, a couple of seasons back, but last season was very much back to square one. They're going to take on Vallecano this weekend with Egnil Perez at the helm. Now, they played 24 times in 2008. 8 wins Girona, 9 wins Vallecano. There's been 7 draws. The last time they played at this venue, it was a 0-0 draw back in September 2024. But Girona, at their own venue, are unbeaten against Vallecano over the last 3 matches. Over the last 6 between each other, Vallecano just winning them once. But it is, of course, the brand new start of the season. The bookies have on this one, what do they have? I'll showcase you. They've got 11-8 is your draw, and 9-4 is the draw. 2-1 is your away win of Vallecano. I'm going to go with a draw here, open up the season with a all square, of course. Lots of expectation, a lot of build-up, but also anticlimactic in my eyes. But it's not the only game on a Friday night. We've also got Villarreal taking on one of the new boys. That's right, Real Oviedo are back, and they're hoping to get themselves off to a perfect start. They're taking on Villarreal at the Estadio de Salamanca. Marcelino is the coach there, just 1 win in the last 6, stretching back in the preseason. Taking on Oviedo's side, managed by Vejko Panjovic. And I've played Villarreal 5 times since 1998, but they're yet to get a win. The visitors, it's been 2 wins for Villarreal, and there's been 3 draws between the two sides. The last time they played at this very venue was way back in September, the year 2000. It's been a long, long time since Oviedo have been in top flight. Meanwhile, coming into, so not much odds on this one. Looking at it, actually, basic odds. Villarreal are overwhelming favoured for the victory here. I'm going to go with them as well. I'm going to lean towards the Villarreal victory here because I think Oviedo will come good, and I think they'll do all right. When I say all right, I think they'll hang on for survival in the long term. But we'll see just how well or when that first win comes. We go to Alavés next. as they take on Levante at the Estadio de Mendoza. Alavés under the stewardship of Eduardo Coudet. Coming into this, having played Levante 24 times since 1996. Levante, though, are managed by Julian Calero, the Spaniard, and have come in and actually won 5 of those 24, with Alavés picking up 13 wins, and there's been 6 draws. The last time they played at this very venue, it was a 0-0 draw. It was way back in June 2023 in La Liga 2 promotion finals. That's right, with the Deportivo Alavés winning the double-legged affair. The last time they played in regulation time in a non-playoff encounter at this very venue, it was a 2-0 win for Levante. Coming into the bookies odds for this one then, we are looking at 27-20 is your Alavés, 23-10 is the away win, 2-1 is the draw. Of course, coming at you on the 16th of August, that's this coming Saturday. Going to go with a 0-0 draw on this one again. A couple of little easy starts, trying to just at least come through the matches unscathed. I think a couple of these clubs at the moment. We're going to go to Mallorca as they take on the champions. It is Barcelona coming out to the Mallorca San Juan Stadium with Jacobo Areste, the coach at Mallorca, taking on Barcelona under Hansi Flick. Of course, looking good right now. Playing each other 44 times since 1997. We have 7 wins Mallorca. We have 31 wins Barcelona. 6 draws. The last time we played at this very venue, it was a 5-1 win for Barcelona, who have won 3 in the bounce against Mallorca. Last time Mallorca picked up something in this game was at this venue. It was back in September 2023. On a 2-2 scoreline. Meanwhile, coming into the bookies, they have, of course, Barcelona favoured, 50-8 on massively, 17-4 is your Mallorca, 10-3 is the draw here. I'm going to go with a 3-0 win. Barcelona should win this one, should be quite comfortable. Yes, excited to see what they're going to be all about this campaign. Meanwhile, we go to probably the game of the round, and that is at the Mestalla. It's Valencia under Carlos Cobahan coming into this up against Sociedad, managed by now Sergio Francesco. Double Francesco in his name there. Taking on Valencia at the Mestalla. 58 times they've played since 1993. 22 wins for the hosts, 18 wins for the visitors, and 18 draws. The last time they played at Valencia, it was a 1-0 win for the hosts back in January 2025. Prior to that, though, Sociedad won 3 on the spin. In fact, Real Sociedad have only conceded 1 goal against Valencia over the last 4 matches, both home and away. If you want to open it up and loo it, they've only opened up conceded 2 goals in the space of the last 5 games against Valencia. Valencia, though, coming into this, I think they're going to be favoured for this one. 8-5 is your host here. 50-8 is your Sociedad. 2-1 is the draw. Got to go with a 2-1 for Valencia on this one. I think under Cobahan, they're in safe hands, and they could actually challenge a little bit, maybe for a spot back in Europe. We'll see. Celta Vigo, though, kicking off against Getafe on Sunday, the 17th of August, at the Estadio Baladeos. Celta Vigo with Claudio Giraldes at the helm there. Getafe with Pepe Modalas. They played 28 times since 2006. 9 wins. Celta Vigo, 10 wins. Getafe, 9 draws between the two sides. Last time at this venue, was a 1-0 win for Celta Vigo back in November 2024. They did the double over Getafe last season with back-to-back wins. Getafe only winning once of the last 4 between the two sides. Coming into this, though, we're looking at the odds right here, right now on a Sunday. 5-3 on is your Celta Vigo, 19-4 is your Getafe, 27-10 is the draw. We also go in Celta Vigo, just like the bookies, and they're going to open up with a win. In my eyes, Athletic Bilbao, they're going to be taking on Sevilla, that's right, the San Mams. Bilbao, of course, with Ernesto Valverde at the helm. Sevilla, Matias Almeida in charge at the moment. 65 times they played since 1993. 21 wins Bilbao, 29 wins Sevilla. There's been 15 draws. The last time they played at Bilbao, it was a 1-1 draw way back in September 2024. Bilbao are actually unbeaten against Sevilla over the last 4, picking up 3 wins and just the 1 draw, and conceding just the 1 goal in those last 4 matches. Coming into this, Bilbao do have odds of around 30-8 on for the victory, 19-4. Yes, Sevilla, 27-10 is the draw. Could be a draw, but I'm going to lean towards Bilbao with a 2-1 win in their own back sticks. Espanyol taking on Atlético Madrid on Sunday, late at RCD Stadium there. Espanyol with Manuel Gonzalez, the coach. Madrid under Diego Simeone still at the helm. 57 times they've played since 1995. 17 wins Espanyol, 23 wins for Madrid. There's been 17 draws between the two sides. The last 4 have all ended all square between these two sides, including a 1-1 scoreline when they last played at this very venue. So, yeah, very close encounter between these two sides. Will we get another draw? Will we get a 5th on the bounce? We'll see. But the bookies don't think so. They're going to go Espanyol 6-1. Madrid a 2-1 on. 31-10 is the draw there. So, that's the likelihood. But I'm going to go with Atletico Madrid. They should win. Otherwise, they're going to be already chasing sticks, chasing shadows after the first round of matches. Let's go to Elche. They're going to be taking on Real Betis. That's coming at you on Monday. What date is that? It's the 18th of August. Elche against Real Betis is coming out of the Estadio Martínez Valero. Elche with Eder Sariba at the helm, with Real Betis with Manuel Pellegrini in charge there. Played 18 times since the year 2007, wins apiece and 4 draws. The last time they played over at Elche was a 3-2 win for Real Betis back in February 2023. Betis have only lost once against Elche over the last 6. Elche's win did come in Betis way back in April 2022. Basic odds for this one. It looks like a Real Betis victory here. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 win as well. Going with the bookies. No surprises on that one. What do you expect? And then finally, we go Real Madrid. They're going to kick it off their campaign against Osasuna at the Bernabeu. They played 47 times since 1993. 31 wins for Real Madrid, 5 wins for Osasuna. There's been 11 draws. Xabi Alonso's boys are up against Alessio Lissi in the dugout. And they played last at that time at this venue. 4-0 winners it was for Real Madrid way back in November 2024. Real Madrid are unbeaten against Osasuna over the last 6. I'm trying to look when that last victory was for Osasuna. And we're rolling back the years. We're rolling back the years. I'm struggling to find it. I think I go back to January 2011 at Osasuna for the W. So it's been a long, long time. The bookies on this one, they go with Real Madrid. Do I have any odds? I have 4-1 on is your Real Madrid. 19-4 is the draw. 11-1 is your Osasuna. Massively out fancy, so you ain't going to touch it. Going to go with a 3-1 win. And if I'm right, which I bloody well hope so, this is what the table will look like at the end of the campaign. It will be Barcelona top of the pops. Real Madrid second. Atlético Madrid third. Pretty much as you expect. And pretty much what it will be like moving forward. Celta Vigo, though, up there into 4th. Going down, Mallorca, Espanyol, and Getafe. But I'm sure that will change and get a little bit more spicy. Actually, it's quite a tight, difficult-looking Spanish league this season. And don't forget, guys, we have the Prediction League. It is 100% free. Get on over there. And hopefully I'll see you next week with, of course, Top Billings with your predictions. That is it. Subscribe, smash the like. I'll see you soon. I'm out of here. We're done.